Good evening, all of you. Very good. Good evening, all. Can I have a thumbs up before we start? Because we are going to do something very new today. Can I have some thumbs up, please, from all of you? Yes? All awake, students? Okay, very good. So, we did a two-step derivation process yesterday. Today also we are going to do two-step derivation, but what we are going to use is, the concept is a chain rule. Using a chain rule, how are we going to derive or how are we going to solve a problem to find the solution? What is a chain rule? I will share my screen. So what is a chain rule? You know what is a chain? One connected to the other. You have two different blocks. You connect them with a chain. So it's the same rule. We have two or three items. We have two or three illustrations. We try to link them with a chain. This is the basic ideology of chain rule, which can be applied where two or more than two elements are given. And the chain rule main enna, you will have two or more than two elements which is given. Can you tell me what did we see yesterday? One of you. If 7 men do a work in 5 days, how many days will 10 men can do? அந்த மாதிரி பார்த்தோம். அப்போ men is one element. The other element is the work 10 days அப்படின்றது ஒரு element. Completing the work அது மூணாவது element. அந்த மாதிரி. So each one is an element. So in the question, you will have minimum two elements or more than two elements. So that is the first rule, where two or more than two elements are given. Each element has two figures. 7 men together completed in 5 days. How many days? 10 men will complete. அப்படின்றச்ச ஒரு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எலிமெண்ட் என்ன, 7 men in 10 days அப்படிங்கிறது ரெண்டு எலிமெண்ட்டும் ஃபுல்லா இருக்கு. Second statement says how many men will complete in 10 days அப்படின்றச்ச 10 days இருக்கு, how manyங்கிறது ஒன்று மிஸ்ஸிங் அதுல. So chain rule, each element has two figures except one element which is missing in the second part. Understood? Chain rule is used to find out this missing part of an element. Men complete the work in 10 days. How many men is required to complete the work in 7 days? இப்படின்னு நம்ம கேட்டோம்னா men is one element, days is the second element. இதுல ரெண்டு எலிமெண்ட்டும் டேட்டா இருக்கு, இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இருக்கு. How many men? 7. How many days? 10 days. இதுல how many men is required to complete the work in 7 days? Number of days இருக்கு 7. How many men என்றது இல்ல. அப்போ நான் வந்து இங்க மென் அப்படின்னு எடுத்துக்கிறேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எலிமெண்ட், ரெண்டாவது எலிமெண்ட் டேஸ்னு எடுத்துக்கிறேன். So how many men in first case? 7. எவ்வளவு நாள்ல முடிக்கிறாங்க? 10. men நமக்கு தெரியாது, and எவ்வளவு நாள்ல முடிக்கணும் தெரியும், 7. So it means there are two elements, men and days. In the first part, both elements have data. In the second part, one element has data, the other one has no data. இந்த no dataவை மீதி இருக்கிற எலிமெண்ட்டை வச்சு நம்ம கண்டுபிடிக்க போறோம். இதான் செயின் ரூல். Chain rule is used to find out the missing part of the element by subsequent comparison. So, what do we take as the base? The first part, which is 7 men and 10 days, is taken as the base. The other given part of the element is taken as a base and is compared with the other elements. This is compared to find out this element. There is a comparison. Understood? If you have a question having the following elements, men, days, hours, let us say hours is missing in one of the elements. இல்ல என்ன பண்றாங்க, days and இங்க hours வச்சிருக்காங்க. Men இது வந்து 15 hours a day. இங்க எவ்வளவு hours வேணும்? This is what they mean. In the example, sample given, they say that suppose 2 or more than 2 இருக்கணும். நம்ம இது வரைக்கும் 2 elements வச்சு நம்ம பார்த்தோம், men and days வச்சு பார்த்தோம். இப்போ we are including, because we can have more than 2 also. Now we are including third element called hours. இதுல என்ன சொல்றாங்க, again you have 3 elements. You have 3 elements here. In the first part you have data for all the elements. In the second part you have data for 2 elements but not the third element. One of the elements, the data is missing. Understood? Any doubt so far on the concept? Any doubt on the concept? Children, students? Any doubts on the chain rule? If you have doubts, thumbs down. If you don't have doubts, thumbs up. Silence also means don't have any doubts. Students, you have doubts or you don't have doubts? Okay. So chain rule is clear. There are elements. Somebody says no, did not understand. Shall I repeat for you? Okay. A chain rule says it has, in the question you have 2 or more than 2 elements. For example, you have 7 men in 10 days, per day with 15 hours to complete a work. How many hours are required if 12 men will complete the same work in 7 days? அப்படிங்கிறது கொஸ்டினா நம்ம வச்சிருந்தோம்னா, there are 3 elements called men, days and hours. All the information is there on the first part. One of the element has no data in the second part. We are going to find out this value based on the other values present. This is what it means. Is the doubt clear? Somebody who did, thumbs down. Is it clear now? Students? Okay, fine. I'm continuing with this. Let us do some example sum. Okay. This illustration says 12 examiners. You can say they're all men. Examiners na yaru paper correction பண்றவங்க. Work for 16 hours a day to complete 24,000 answer sheets. எவ்வளவு நாள்ல? 18 daysல. Now 12 examiners, 16 hours a day, 24,000 answer sheets in 18 days. Now you have 24 examiners. How many hours work பண்ணா 36,000 answer sheets 36 நாள்ல complete பண்ணலாம். 12 examiners work 16 hours a day. 12 examiners work 16 hours a day to complete 24,000 sheets in 18 days. 24 examiners with answer sheets 36,000 and 36 days. How many hours should they work per day? This is the question. Now we are comparing. We said இந்த டேட்டாவையும் compare பண்ணுவோம் to find out the missing data, missing element. Element 1, examiners. There are 24 examiners and இங்க 24 examiners இருக்கா. முன்னாடி 12 தான் இருந்தா. 24 examiners கம்மி டேஸ்ல அவங்க முடிச்சிடுவாங்க, கம்மி ஹவர்ஸ்லயே முடிச்சிடலாம். Because we have increased the examiners. This is general logic. If you increase the examiners, it can be completed earlier. Then answer sheets. இது வந்து directly proportional. நிறைய பேர் ஆட் பண்ணா கம்மி டேஸ் தான் ஆகும். செகண்ட் பாத்தீங்கன்னா 36,000 sheets. முன்னாடி எவ்வளவு? 24,000 sheets தான் இருந்தது. அப்போ there is a reduction of, முன்னாடி என்ன பண்ணோம், கம்மியா இருந்தது, இப்ப ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கு. அப்ப இன்வர்ஸ், இது இன்வர்ஸ்லி ப்ரொபோர்ஷனல். அப்ப ஜாஸ்தி இருக்கிறதுனால நம்ம என்ன சொல்லுவோம், ஜாஸ்தி ஹவர்ஸ் ஒர்க் பண்ணணும். So if there are more answer sheets to be checked, now the work, they need to work more hours per day அப்படிங்கறது நம்ம அசம்ப்ஷனா எடுத்துக்கிறோம். ஏன்னா we are comparing the data. Next, third one is 36 daysல நம்ம முடிக்க போறோம். இது 18 daysல தான் முடிச்சாங்க. அப்போ இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் நீ கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது 36 hours is more, days are less, so you need to work less hours per day. இதுதான் நம்மளுடைய comparison. இந்த கம்பேரிசனை வச்சு we are going to apply this rule. முதல்ல எவ்வளவு ஹவர்ஸ்ல முடிச்சிருக்காங்க? 16 hours. எங்க வந்து மிஸ்ஸிங் டேட்டா இருக்கோ அதை நீ வந்து எடுத்துக்கிற. If it is directly proportional, 12 days முன்னாடி இருந்தது by 24 days. இது அப்படியே நீ வந்து 12 by 24. கம்மி டு ஜாஸ்தி. You have to work less per day அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது the less will come up and the more will come down. Next comparison, 36,000 papers நான் முடிக்கணும் as against the 24,000 earlier. ஏன்னா இது வந்து inversely proportional. It is not a directly proportional value. So 36,000 by 24,000. இது வந்து நம்ம 24 by 12 by 24 டைரக்டா எடுத்துருக்கோம். ஏன்னா இது படி பார்த்தா 24 days எனக்கு எக்ஸாமினர்ஸ் இருக்கா, இங்க 12 எக்ஸாமினர்ஸ் தான் இருக்காங்க. அப்போ நான் கம்மியா செலவழிச்சா போறோம் டைம் அப்படிங்கறதுனால we are taking 12 by 24. இதை கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது I now have more. முன்னாடி கம்மியா தான் இருந்தது, அப்ப I should spend more அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்றதுனால I am taking 36,000 as my numerator and 24,000 as my denominator. And this days பார்க்கும்போது நிறைய இங்க இருக்கு, இந்த days வந்து ரொம்ப கம்மி. So I am taking 18 by 36. I have to spend less அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது I have to spend less அப்படின்னும் போது இது by இது. Want to spend more hours அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லும்போது இந்த more வந்து மேல வருது, less வந்து கீழே வருது. If you apply this rule, that will be the answer. Can you tell what is the answer? The answer is 6. அப்போ இங்க நான் வந்து 6 hours a day நான் போட்டேன்னா I can 12 men will complete, 24 men will complete 36,000 papers in 36 days. Understood? Children, understood? Understood? When do we take the smaller number in the numerator? When do we take the larger number on the numerator? This is very important. Any doubts on this, students? Any doubts? You can raise your hand if you have any doubts, or you can type. When we say, when we compare, if we feel இப்ப நிறைய எனக்கு வேலை இருக்கு, முன்னாடி கம்மியா இருக்கு வேலை அப்படின்னா less, இப்ப நிறைய இருக்குன்னும் போது the numerator should hold the larger number. But comparatively less அப்படின்னும் போது you are taking the smaller number on the numerator. Understood this concept? Because all the questions will be, you have to compare and take the value the way we have done it now. Any doubts on this, students? Should I repeat it? If you want me to repeat it, thumbs down. Students? Thumbs up or down? You understood? Thumbs up. You did not understand? Thumbs down. For everybody, I will repeat it once. 12 examiners work 16 hours a day to check 24,000 answer sheets in 18 days. 24 examiners would work how many hours per day to check 36,000 answer sheets in 36 days? You have to draw this. There are 3 elements, 4 elements: examiners, hours, answer sheets, and days. 12 examiners, இதுதான் இங்க எழுதியிருக்கிறது, 16 hours, 24,000 sheets in 18 days is spelled here. 24 examiners, 36,000 sheets, and 36 days. And how many hours? Hours is not known. We are now comparing these elements. We now have to, in the end, endல doubt, endல நம்ம answer கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், missing number. We are taking this. இதுல இப்போ 24 examiners are given, more examiners are given to me, and earlier I had very less examiners. அப்போ work வந்து எனக்கு இப்போ hours should be less அப்படின்றது இந்த ரெண்டுத்தையும் கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது வருது. When hours should be less, the 16 is the other one is what we have to identify. So the 16 we are taking here into the first element we are comparing now. Which is less and which is more? When it is less, you put the less on the numerator, the other one in the denominator. Now it is more because 36,000 papers இருக்கு, முன்னாடி கம்மியா தான் பேப்பர் இருந்தது, 24,000 தான். So more அப்படின்னு வரும்போது put the largest number on the numerator and the other one on the denominator. Again we are going here. This is 36. 36 is a bigger number. I have 36 days. 18 days தான் முன்னாடி இருந்தது. அப்போ there is a less, comparatively less. When there are less, அப்போ நான் less hours spend பண்ணா போறோம் அப்படிங்கிறது assumption. When my assumption is less அப்படின்றபோது put the smallest one on the top and the bigger number on the numerator. Solve this and you will get 6. Trust it is clear now, right? Can we go ahead to the next one? Can we go ahead in the next one? If there are 12 exams, same. If this is not given, நமக்கு இப்ப ஹவர்ஸ் தெரியும், அதுல இருந்து நமக்கு ஹவர்ஸ் வந்து நல்லா தெரியும். இதை வந்து நம்ம அதுலயே அப்படியே ரிவர்ஸ்ல கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். ரிவர்ஸ்ல கண்டுபிடிங்க பார்க்கலாம். Now we are comparing each one. 24,000 into அப்படின்னு வரணும் முதல்ல. So there are 24 examiners here and 12 less அப்படின்னு வரும்போது எதை எடுத்துப்பீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட்? In this case, examiners 12 and 24. எதை எடுத்துப்பீங்க? Numerator and denominator. Numerator and denominator எதை எடுத்துப்பீங்க நீங்க? Can you tell me? Can you put it on the chart, please? Same illustration. We are not giving the total number of papers. We have to find the total number of papers. When you are comparing, when you think it is lesser work, lesser effort, you only need lesser than that, the previous, அப்படின்னா you should put the smallest number on the numerator. The bigger number will come on the denominator. When you are comparing the two elements, the previous and now, if you think you have more work now, you have to put the bigger number on the numerator and less number on the denominator, smaller number on the denominator. Now we are going to check the same illustration. இங்க வந்து 6 days நமக்கு தெரியும். இந்த 36,000 நம்ம கண்டுபிடிக்க போறோம். இப்போ இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது 24 is big, so I need to spend lesser time. அப்ப என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? 24,000 into 12 by 24 into next இது 6 hours. இங்க நான் 6 hours கம்மியா ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்றேன், அங்க 16 hours ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்றேன். அப்போ I have to put in 6 hours தான் இருக்கு ஒரு நாளைக்கு. அப்போ what I feel நிறைய நான் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணணும், நிறைய more அப்படின்னு வரச்ச the bigger number will be on top and the smaller number will be on the denominator. Now I have to find this. These two I am comparing. 36 days எனக்கு இப்போ இருக்கு, முன்னாடி வந்து I had only 18 days. அப்போ I need what I will put. Now you have to tell me if this is equal to 36,000. Can you check? 24,000 into 12 by 24 into 16 by 6 into 18 by 36. Can you tell me the answer? Somebody, are you getting 36,000? Can you tell me? Are you getting 36,000? I will copy this for you. What are you getting? 36,000 வருதா இல்லையா? வருதா இல்லையா? What is this? Are you getting 36,000? Yes or no, students? Are getting 36,000 or not? Okay. Yes or no? You should get 36,000 because it's the same illustration. முன்னாடி நம்ம ஹவர்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டோம், இப்போ வந்து நம்ம நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஷீட்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டோம், ஆன்சர் ஷீட்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டோம், அவ்வளவுதான். That's the only difference we had. If you tell me quickly, we can do at least 2 more some problems. Otherwise, we cannot complete. Will we continue? At least some thumbs up from you. Are you getting 36,000? And போட்டிருக்கேனே, அதை மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணாலே போருமே. மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி என்ன வருதுன்னு சொல்லுங்க. Yes. I will go to the next. It should come to 36,000. Next illustration. I will just hide this. A certain number of men can do a complete piece of work a certain number of men can complete a piece of work in 180 days. If there are 30 men less, அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம், a certain number of men, ஏதோ ஒரு x நம்பர் இருக்கு, இதுல என்ன வருதுன்னா men, the two elements we have. ஒரு certain number of men னா ஒரு x number of men in 180 days. If there are 30 men less, அப்போ x minus 30 கம்மியா இருக்காங்க. So 20 நாள் 20 days more அப்படின்னா அர்த்தம் 200 days. There are 30 men less number இருந்ததுன்னா it will take 20 more days. அப்போ 20 more days ஆனா 180 days plus 20 200 days ஆகுது. Now tell me, compare and give me. Can you compare this? I want you to do this problem. At least one of you should try. I am putting the problem here. இந்த எக்ஸ்ங்கிறது என்னன்னு கேட்கறான் அதுல இருந்து. You finish, you can update here and send a thumbs up. If you finish faster, we will do one more sum. If you are doing, give a thumbs up. If you are not doing, then I will go to the answer and explain. If you are not doing, thumbs down, please. Go back. Okay. If you are doing, I will wait. I'll wait for 2 more minutes and then show you the answer. If somebody has completed, you can just put it on the chat box. If you have completed, it is like this. There are X men. They complete in 180 days. 30 men less, 20 days more. They were to complete the work in 180 days, but as the number of persons is reduced to X minus 30. Work takes 20 more days. Above 180 into X. 180 into X is equal to அதே work தான் 200 X minus 30 will complete in 200 days. X into 180 days, X people doing it in 180 days, the same work will get completed in X minus 30 into 200 days. It is the same work they are going to complete it. So the comparison is 180 into X, which is equal to X minus 30 into 200. If you solve this, X is equal to 300 is the solution. Out, move to the next. Okay, this is the solution. Into X. 20X is equal to this. Next illustration, next question. I'm finishing it faster because if I start typing one by one, if I start solving, it is taking longer time. I am able to do only 2 questions. So I thought I will just complete the solutioning and then show it to you. Next one. A garrison is provided with ration for 90 soldiers to last for 70 days. For how much more time would the whole ration last if 10 additional soldiers join them after 20 days? This is the problem. What is the ration provided? 90 soldiers, same 90 soldiers. Ration will last for 70 days. Here, for how much more time? அதாவது 70 days இல்ல இன்னும் அடிஷனலா வேணும் அவளுக்கு 20 days. Additional soldiers வர போறாங்க. So 20 more days வேணும். இங்க 90 soldiers இருக்காங்க. இங்க எவ்வளவு additional soldiers? 10 additional soldiers இருக்காங்க. இங்க 90 has become 10. இங்க 70 days is becoming how many days? There is a twist here. After 20 days, மொத்தம் 70 days இருக்காங்க. ஆனால் they are going to join after 70 days. So, tell me the concept now. From this, you have to bring the concept. Let us have the elements. Which is number of just 90. Euro days for the 70 days. 10 additional soldiers. How much more time would the whole ration last? Ration is the same. ஆனா அந்த 20 days கழிச்சு ஜாயின் பண்றாங்க அவங்க. எத்தனை பேரு? Can you tell me here something, students? Can you just guess this? Can you guess this, please? I am trying to fill the elements. Students, okay, take down this and finish it tomorrow and come. Take down this as your homework. Please finish this tomorrow and let us discuss this first in the class tomorrow. The question is given on the chat box. You can take this as exam, your homework. Do it tomorrow and come to the class. You can draw this table. When you draw the table, compare the elements and whichever is missing, you have to fill it with the X and then check whether it is increase or decrease. If it is an increase, then put the larger number on the numerator and the smallest number on the denominator. If it is less, if the effort is less, then put the smallest number on the numerator and the larger number on the denominator. Multiply it, you will get the answer. So, tomorrow we will do this in the class first. I can give you the question on the chat box. This is your homework. Your next teacher is already there. And over to you, Kritika.